Hi there, it's Dr. Lisa Smith from Errol Chiropractic in North Melbourne. And if you've got some neck issues, then I've got a deep neck flexor exercise that will help to increase the stability of that neck. So the deep neck flexors sit deep in the front of the neck, and they're there to help to stabilize the head on that neck. Now, what happens sometimes is that when we have problems with our neck, these muscles can get turned off. So I'm going to go through what can actually turn off these muscles, and then we're going to go through the exercise to help to reactivate those muscles. So there's three things. The first thing is trauma. So anything like a car accident, sporting accident, injury to that neck can turn off those deep neck flexors. The second one is pain. So any sort of chronic neck pain, then that can also turn off the neck flexors. And the third thing is fatigue. So when our head is sitting forward, then this lengthens the muscles here at the front, those deep neck flexors, and that over time can create that fatigue and just allow that neck to perpetuate and sit forward. So they're the three things that can cause that weakness. And then what happens is that when those muscles are weak, then that can actually perpetuate more of the same issue. So that can perpetuate more pain and more forward head carriage because those muscles are now so weak. And then increase that likelihood for injury because that head isn't sitting nicely on that neck. So I'm going to go through the actual exercise, and then I'll demonstrate the exercise to help to increase that brain's awareness of these deep neck flexors to increase that stability. So with this exercise, it's a holding exercise, and we want to actually hold each of these exercises for nearly a minute, and we're going to do that 5 times. We're going to have a break of about a half a minute in between each of those 5 holds, and then we're going to aim to do that once to twice a day and every day. Okay, so what we need for this exercise is a ball. Okay, this is a little bit bigger than a tennis ball. I got this one at Kmart, and there's a little bit of give in this ball. Now, you may have seen this exercise for deep neck flexors already, or you may have tried it, but generally they don't use the ball. And the reason we're going to use the ball today is because when we're using the ball, that actually helps to maintain that forward neck curve. So it's really important that we do use the ball. So before I show you the actual exercise, what we're wanting with this this hold is we want the head to be able to stimulate those deep neck flexors to come back and up. So we're kind of getting a real scooping action, creating that little bit of a double chin. So if you can imagine that, so it's not a big movement, but we do want to feel that we're stimulating those muscles here at the front. Okay, when I'm going to show you this exercise, we're going to do one lying down first and then standing, and making sure when you're doing the exercise that your mouth is closed. So we don't want to be stimulating and using the jaw muscles here. So mouth closed, and even just try and put that tongue to the palate, to your roof there of that palate, and just to make sure we're not engaging that jaw. So we're going to go down. Here we have the ball. Do my creaky knees. All right. So the ball is sitting just in that curve of the neck, keeping knees bent slightly, shoulders back, and then tucking chin in and pushing head back, and holding that for 45 seconds to a minute. Have a break and do that 5 times. Just be mindful too when you're coming up that you turn gently onto your side and come up from there. So when we do this one standing, once you've, I don't recommend you do this one standing until you've done that lying down one for about a week, or talk to your chiropractor to make sure that you're ready to go on to the next one. Because with this one standing, it's a good one because you need that little bit more control of those deep neck flexors, but you're also starting to use that core. Okay, so stand with your feet shoulder width apart, and bring your bottom to the wall, mid back to the wall, and again we're doing the same action, but we're engaging our core muscles here. So pulling belly button to lower back and tightening up those glutes. So we've got that little bit of a hold. And again, the same scooping action with your neck. So back and down, and you're holding that for 45 seconds to a minute, okay? So really feel those neck muscles at the front engaging. Okay, now if you have any issues with that exercise, do stop, let us know. And thanks for listening, guys.